So imagine you're this guy. Let's say it's the 1st of January and you've just committed to some new goals. To get healthy, get in shape, and take cold showers every day. Because you were told it'll make you superhuman.
Holy crap!
You've started off strong with commitment and excitement, but a few weeks in and you're starting to slow down. You're starting to feel like it's a bit too much and you're already considering quitting. See, the difficult thing about goals is they require a certain amount of willpower, and willpower requires a certain amount of energy. But who has that much energy? That's why, statistically speaking, a majority of goals that people set are never achieved. There's a great quote that says, "We don't rise to the level of our expectation, but we fall to the level of our training." So while goals require you to sacrifice and experience discomfort and pain, there are a couple of things that you can do that will improve your chances. Change your focus. So the idea behind this concept is, instead of focusing on your goal, you've got to focus on the actions that are right here in front of you right now. Because the difference between where you are and where your goal is so big that every time you compare yourself from where you are to where you want to be, that disparity is going to cause you to be frustrated. So let's say you're trying to lose 10 kilos. Instead of trying to think to yourself, I have to lose 10 kilos, and focusing on the 10 kilo loss, simply focus on going to the gym 3 times a week. Or focus on having one good meal today. Even if you don't feel like going to the gym, just go there and turn up and decide to yourself, I'm gonna sit around in the waiting area for about 15 minutes. You'll probably find after sitting in that waiting area surrounded by other people exercising, you'll start to feel the motivation. The idea behind this is that if you focus on the outcome, that's something that's out of your control. But if you focus on your actions, that is something that you can control. Whenever I'm trying to develop a habit, this is something that I will do. Perfection. Perfection is a foolproof way to always be disappointed. Because perfection is impossible, and it will eventually stop you from even trying. Oh. Nope. I was trying to draw a perfect circle, but it's probably never gonna happen. When I first started recording videos, I had no idea about frame rates and shutter speed and ISO sensitivity and white balance, all these things. But someone gave me a key piece of advice that changed the way I thought about things. You don't need to get it right, you just need to get it started. I just turned on my camera and I just started recording. Eventually, I took the time to start learning about how this video making actually works, so you guys can have a little bit of a better experience. And I know a little bit more than I used to back then. With the same camera that I'm using right now, I had things that looked like this. Because this whole thing is a learning process. In order to achieve your goals, you're gonna have to learn to make mistakes along the way. If you expect perfection along the way, you're gonna wait until you're perfect before you can try and launch anything. And if you're gonna try and wait for that perfect moment to launch anything, you're never gonna launch anything. So the whole idea about getting towards a goal is that you've got this giant gap between you and where you wanna be. And you need to give yourself permission to make mistakes and learn along the way. That's why you can't focus on the end goal so much. Because along the way, you're gonna make mistakes that will look like you're going away from where you want to be. But in reality, you're just learning the lessons you need to in order to get closer. The point is, if you wait till everything is perfect and you don't give yourself the room to make mistakes, you're just gonna set yourself up for disappointment, you'll destroy your confidence, and even if you do reach your goal, you'll never be satisfied with the outcomes because you'll look back on all the mistakes and want to have done it better. Are you still here? That's right, tip 3. Only do what you're capable of. Sounds a bit ridiculous, because you're trying to achieve a goal that's going to expand you. But what I mean by that is understand your level of willpower, your energy levels. How much energy are you willing to exert on the journey to this goal? So going back to that example about losing 10 kilos, the last thing you want to do is overnight make dramatic changes. So what a majority of people do is that on a given day, usually a Sunday because it's the start of the week, they'll have their last treat. Then on the Monday, they'll expect themselves to hit the gym for the next 5 days straight, reduce their calorie intake from like 2,200 down to 800, and expect to have incredible results within a week. But still telling everyone it's a long journey. The pain level from doing this goes from 0 to 10 in an instant. Your body goes into shock, your willpower energy is being depleted at an extreme rate, and your willpower usually lasts maybe 1 week. 2 weeks if you're lucky. The more effective way to do it is to ease yourself in bit by bit. 998, 999, 1,000. I don't know if you heard me counting, but I just did 1,000 push-ups. Make the small changes. If all 3 meals of the day are unhealthy, change 1 meal to begin with until that's a habit. When you're no longer thinking about that 1 meal, and that's just automatic, make the 2nd meal of the day healthy. And then once that's no longer a consideration, make the 3rd meal of the day healthy. Don't go to the gym and have some monster 2-3 hour session on your very first day that leaves you aching for like 5 days straight that you can barely roll out of bed. Consistency is the key here. What you're trying to do is get away from using your willpower and developing habits instead. Because habits are effortless. They are subconscious, they are the level of your training. Willpower is your expectation. And it usually takes at least 30 to 40 days to develop a habit. So be patient, because even if you manage to hold out and lose those 10 kilos, suffering, gritting your teeth, props to you if you do that, the way you're doing it is unsustainable. You haven't developed any habits. And what'll happen is, as soon as you hit your target and your willpower is done, you'll go back to your old habits and stack those 10 kilos back on. Be patient, be committed, and aim for consistency. But just give yourself time. Hey guys, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button to tell YouTube to share this video with other people who might find the information interesting. And if you want to stay up to date with my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, and it'll give you a little reminder every time I upload new content.